And welcome everyone on this Thursday during spring break in the Novato Union School District. I'm Abel Talamantes, chess program director at Hamilton in Novato, California. And we are here to broadcast our third warm up tournament from the Hamilton chess team as they get ready to compete in the CalChess Super State Scholastic Championship this Sunday. So we organized a warm up tournament for the team to get some practice, do something productive during spring break, and uh, definitely play some games so that they stay sharp and then they're ready to play this Sunday. We currently have 8 players signed up. We may get a few more. Tournament starts in about a minute, and it's a strong competition that's currently in the tournament right now. We have 9 players. Samantha just joined, so a lot of our top players are playing. So strong competition. And remember, players, before the tournament starts, that we currently have an odd number of players. So there's going to be one player, uh, if we have an odd number of players, that's going to get a free point and not play the round. But that doesn't mean you're out of the tournament. It just means you get a free point for this round and then you play all the other rounds. And if my calculations are correct, if it stays exactly like this, Chris will get the bye for the first round. So Chris would get a free point. So it means you will play the rounds after that. So 5 seconds before the tournament starts. And here we go. And the games, it looks like we got a 10th person join. So we have an even 10. So let's take a look at the first game. And actually, this first game is actually going to be a really, really tough game. Uh, Aaron is playing Black, is playing Emily. And the thing for Emily is she's one of the stronger players, but because she hasn't played on this Chess Kit account, it shows her rating is 800. But that's deceptive. She's a little bit stronger player than that. So this is a pretty good matchup. So we'll definitely keep an eye on this game. Both players, good solid players. Time control is game in 10 minutes with I believe there's a 2 second increment. So every time a player makes a move, they get a bonus 2 seconds on their clock. So we'll keep an eye on that game. Let's take a look at Sophia and Sherlin. I know they've they play a lot, so they've played a lot of games. So here they're doing it again. Good practice for both. Both aggressive players like to be on the attack. I what I love here, and I didn't see Sophia doing it too much on Tuesday, is she castled right away, and both players castled, so good for them. Interesting move to move King H1 there. What she should have done was played Rook takes Bishop, because then Knight takes Rook, King takes Knight, and it's actually better for Sophia to take the 2 pieces, the Knight and the Bishop, um, even though the point value is the same. But let's see how this goes. I think Sherlyn forgot about that Knight hanging over there now that the King had moved away, so she is currently up a little bit of material. Let's look at and we had one game that finished already, and it must have been Orlando. I think he must have been playing Chris, and I think that game is over. So let's take a look at Isabella and Jesus. And Isabella, I'm really excited about because she's playing really well and getting better. She's playing one of the stronger players in the club, so this is a tough first round. But just remember, Isabella, the basic principles: just get the pieces out, get the knight and the bishop out. You got to move those pawns so you can free up the bishop. So I would say just focus on that, getting your pieces out. Um, and then have the game go from there. So currently, Jesus is up the exchange and a pawn. And when we say up the exchange, we mean up a rook for a minor piece, a rook for a knight, or a rook for a bishop. Jesus on the attack here. I don't quite see a mating attack yet, but it's getting there. And then bishop h3 check doesn't quite work yet because I still go king g1, or you could even play bishop g2. So we'll keep an eye on that game. Let's take a look at Larry, who joined. He was the winner of Tuesdays. He went 4 out of 4. Even though there's slightly fewer players today, with Emily joining, it's going to be a little bit tougher. So, and it's going to be hard to go 4 out of 4 again. So, so we'll see how this goes. And Orlando's playing too. So, right now he looks like he's up a rook there against Samantha. And Larry on the attack, bringing that knight and queen. So we'll keep an eye on that. Let me go back to Emily and Aaron and see. And I like that Emily had castled. Oh, looks like wow. Aaron pulled a tactic there. So nice move by Aaron. Check this out. So the bishop currently that's on e3, this one right here, is protecting the f2 pawn from the knight coming down and making a fork on the queen and the king, right? So what Aaron does is he plays this sneaky move here, making it look like he gave away a bishop for free. But what he actually did is he made the bishop move away from protecting the f2 square. And then when that bishop moved away, it allowed the knight to come in and fork the king and the queen. Nice tactics there by Aaron. So this is the current position. And so now the goal for Emily is got to utilize the rook, 2 knights, and a bishop and try to put together an attack on the king. Still can happen because her pieces are developed well. Ooh. It's just a matter of working them together. I think bishop d4. Yeah, knight d1 sort of protects the knight, but it's kind of a passive move because now she's putting her pieces sort of in the back when they sort of need to be on the attack. But let's see if Emily can figure this out. She's got to get her pieces out and attacking because it's really the only way. Because as soon as Aaron gets the bishop and the rook out into the game, then it's going to be a little bit tougher. Let's take a look at Jesus and Isabella. And Isabella trying to survive right here. Yeah, it's going to be tough. And I don't think mate can be stopped. I mean, Isabella's going to have to go bishop d4 to protect the checkmate threat on f2. But even that's just giving away. It's just prolonging the inevitable. It looks like Jesus is going to have mate pretty soon here. You see how the bishop here on g3 is coordinating well with the queen. So threatening the checkmate on f2 right here. The only defense is to bring the bishop over here to d4, but you're just giving it away. And after queen takes d4, you really can't stop queen f2 from happening. So tough one. But like I said, Jesus on top of the Hamilton leaderboard for now. And this should be it. And there it is. Jesus got the win. Checkmate on f2. But good game, Isabella. And come back strong in round 2. Let's go to Sherlyn and Sophia. It looks like Sherlyn is on the attack. And it actually looks like it's probably going to be mate in a few moves here. I think rook h7 is coming. rook h7, and then rook e7. Or you could do it that way. Thing is rook g7 will block it, but then rook f3 is a powerful move. So the move here would be rook f3. That would be, well, she goes that way. The thing with that move is that it allows king g8. Oh, but look at this. Queen c8. Queen c8. Oh, that's interesting. Looks like she just hung the knight, though. Why not? Yeah, rook takes e7. Yep, I think. Let's see if Sherlin can maneuver this mating attack here. There. Ooh. And Sherlin's trying to. How do I mate? How do I mate here? All right, I like that move. And mate's on the board if she sees it. There it is. Nice job, Sherlin. Got that checkmate. Rook h3. Nice win. Emily and Aaron still fighting it out. And yeah, Aaron is going for the mate pretty soon here. And he's just trying to calculate the best way to do it. And like I said, sort of the move of the game so far was that trap that he set out uh, to win the queen earlier. Was that move right there, bishop f4, sacrificing that bishop to move it away, and then delivering that fork. Nice tactics. And these are the kind of things that when you do puzzles, though, seeing moves like that is the whole purpose. Is seeing tactics like that, because the more puzzles you do, and I was just talking to Sherlin in our Zoom meeting right before the game, is the whole reason for practicing those tactics is that the more tactics puzzles you do, uh, the more likely it is that you're going to see that stuff in an actual game. Because it's one thing when you're doing a puzzle, you know that there's something to be solved, but it's spotting it in a game when you don't know that there's something there. And the more tactics you do, the more you recognize the patterns. And so now Aaron needs to get that rook into the game to start helping out. Rook e8 needs to be played here. There we go. And now it's going to be tough. I'm expecting queen f1 check, and then bringing the rook up, and then it'll be tough. Or even g5 check here. Actually, yeah. Yeah, probably even better, because then king g4, then rook e4 check. And then it'll be, oh, nice move. It'll be mate in a few moves here. And then we're going to start round two. I'd say the one, oh, look at that. Play g6 check here. g6, king takes f6. Oh, went another way. And I guess one of the things, too, for Aaron to watch out for is a stalemate. Don't want a stalemate. when you're up this much material. And and this is sort of the easy route to take is just start launching that pawn and promote it, and then you have that extra weapon. Although you don't need it, you can win this. Oh, there we go. Queen e2 check, king g3. I just play g5 right here. Nah, he's just gonna launch that pawn down. Actually, it's sort of, yeah. And now, ooh, look at that. Emily being resourceful here. And I was talking about this on Tuesday. Players that have a lot of material. It's one thing to have a lot of material, but finding the right mating pattern it's not an easy thing. It sort of takes some practice. Although he could have done rook g1 check here, and then it would have driven the king to the corner. Yeah, there. Yeah, rook g1 check, king h5, queen h7 check, bishop h6. And I know Aaron's trying to solve this puzzle. All right, I think we're close here. Yep, king g1 and then rook e1, and then that should be it. Nice job. Next round, 10 seconds. Great job, everyone. And let's see the pairings for this round. We have Chris and Emily, Sherlyn and Larry, great game. Aaron and Orlando, great game. Jesus and Samantha, great game. Sophia and Isabella, I don't even know where to start. Let's go Sherlyn and Larry. Larry liking the fianchettoed bishop. And just Sherlyn has to make sure she doesn't let that bishop out without paying attention to the pawn on b2. Needs some protection, so maybe go knight c3 or something. So we'll see how this develops. Aaron or Orlando, this should be a really good match right here. Solid opening principles here. Knights and bishops out. Castle, I'm sure that'll be happening soon. So good job. Jesus and Samantha. And it looks like Jesus won a piece already. Let's see how that. Oh yeah, so Samantha played knight takes d5, and the problem with when you're thinking about taking any material. So like here, Samantha's seeing this pawn, and what probably happened here is Samantha's seeing knight takes the pawn, but then if the bishop takes, my queen can take. But you always want to double check because if you look a little bit more, you have two defenders of this pawn right here, right? But white has when after he takes the pawn here, you have only the queen to recapture, but he's got the bishop and the knight. So that's what happened. Took, and she realized the queen couldn't capture it, or else she's gonna lose it. Nice move. Oh wow. Whoa, did that just happen? Yeah, so Samantha. Yeah. She should have done here is probably played f5, move this pawn up. She instead pushed it, but in pushing that pawn, oh, Jesus missed an opportunity. Right, what he should have done is taken it, and not with the pawn, but with the rook. Because if he had taken it with the rook, he's attacking the queen, and the queen is pinned, right? So he would have won material there. So this is the current position. Although this is pretty dominant from Jesus. So he's looking pretty good in his game. Let's check Chris and Emily. Oh my gosh, I think Emily moved a little too quick there. Queen h4, and Chris saw it. Picked off that queen. Ooh, tough one. And with uh, plenty of time on the clock, you definitely want to think about those moves because Emily's a tough player. I played her in class, and it was during a lunch class, and I was playing her casually, uh, an eighth grader, and she was playing pretty tough. So she can definitely pick. She can definitely play, but I think on that particular move, because everything else was looking pretty good. She's castled. Everything looks solid. Um, Took that pawn there, or took the knight, and then I think she was gunning for this checkmate right here, where she's got this bishop aligned here. She thought she was going to bring this queen over here, looking over here for this threat, but forgot that this rook was sort of in the way. So, yep. So Chris in control there. Let's take a look at Sophia and Isabella. And Isabella sort of like on the attack here, like queen h4 check would have been a powerful move. I'm not liking that rook g7 move. Yeah, not at all. I mean, queen h4 check is begging to be played here. And I figured she had gone to g7 because she wanted to bring the rook over here this way. She's got to be careful because she's not attacking this pawn yet. Although now she would be because the queen has moved away. The knight went there. Interesting here. But Isabella, you gotta get that bishop into the game right here with the bishop to b7. Bring the knight out. Maybe castle the other way. There you go. Nice bishop b7. Start developing. Get those pieces out. You got to get your fighting pieces into the game. Taking a look, Jesus and Samantha. And Samantha, I think's moving a little too quick because she just played rook d3. But what's stopping the pawn from just taking it? Not sure about that one. So Jesus just continuing the attack. Let's look at Aaron and Orlando. Aaron up material. Looks like he was able to get a rook in there somehow. But oh man, there's Orlando's got some threats here. He's got some like good threats. Like he can go. Actually, he can go. He's got a great about queen c7 or queen c6 right here. Attack. That's a fork. Oh, and he missed it. He could have gone queen right here. Queen c6, attacking the rook and the bishop. So that would have been a nice move, but missed that. So let's see. Let's see if Orlando can be resourceful here. Back to Larry and Sherlyn. And it looks like Larry's up material, although I do not like his king sort of boxed in there. Sherlyn's bishop over here on f6, very powerful because it's preventing the black king from castling. And one thing I have not done, let me pull this up. Let me say hi in the chat. And all right. So whoops. So thank you for supporting Hamilton and our club and the kids playing. The one thing I'd say for sure, Lynn, she's down material, but she's got to find a way to get that queen on A1 into the game. It's sort of tucked away in the corner. And she definitely wants to get that piece a little bit more active. So, but a lot of possibilities. So even though Larry's up material, his position is not the best. So let's see if Sherlin can find a way to take advantage of that. I like this move, and if Bishop takes knight, she play Rook takes knight. If she plays Rook takes knight, she'll have like a ton of threats trying to get that Rook down here to D8. That would be a major threat. Checking back on Chris and Emily. And I think it looks like after Rook takes H4, possibly might have been a little bit of frustration there because she has not made a move. And actually, she is offline. so I think you're going to win this game, Chris, in about 3 minutes. 3 minutes. But hanging pieces, that happens. And one of the things about chess is the reason we have these like warm-up tournaments is for things exactly like this, is that you want to be able to Sophia on the attack. I think she might have mate pretty soon here. I think the only move is pawn to e5 and then bishop takes e5, and that looks like checkmate. And Isabella may trying to figure out why it's not checkmate already. But yeah, pawn to e5 is the only move, and then bishop takes e5 would be checkmate. A nice attacking game by Sophia. And let's see if we get to stay on it and see if it's played. But what I was saying before is this is the reason we have these tournaments is we have these practice tournaments. Kids will make some mistakes. I mean, we saw it in the Tuesday round, but you learn from those mistakes, and there it is, e5 played, then she did it. Nice job, Sophia. She took with a pawn, and it's still checkmate. So nice job, and then highlighting again the importance of getting castled early, because look, the king's over here, sort of in the middle of the board. You don't want your king in the middle of the board. Within the first 8 moves, you should be castled. And, not that Sophia was listening to that either, but this illustrates the importance of getting your king away from the middle of the board and castled, because it's a lot harder to attack the king once it's castled than if it just stays in the middle. So Isabella, make sure you castle that king, and you too, Sophia, even though things went well. Sherlin and Larry is the only game, and this is a tight game. And now it looks like Sherlin is up material. How did that happen? Did she? Oh, there. Look at that. Tactics, everyone. Larry plays queen e6 here and allowed the fork. King and queen fork. Oh my gosh. So now Sherlin is only points wise up a point. What Larry definitely needs to do in this position is he needs to find a way to attack this bishop, because right now this bishop is not allowing the king to move much. Larry has to get this rook on g8 into play. Has to get it into play. But in order to do that, you have to get this bishop to move, so you can like move a pawn and free yourself up. So we got to figure out how to do that. There we go. That's the start. Another way to free it up is to move h5 and h4 and start moving out this way. But you can see the power of that. Um, oh, she missed that. Now Larry's up. Now that that bishop is gone, uh, f5 is the move right here. Larry plays f5. Everything is gets opened up, and that's perfectly fine too because King g7 now allows the rook to come out. The only thing is that Sherlin has this move right here, Queen e5 check. It's just giving away a pawn. And Larry's got to be careful because if Sherlin does play Queen e5 check, he cannot go to f8 because then Queen h8 checkmate. But she doesn't see it. There we go. Nice defense by Larry. I think he finally saw that that pawn was hanging. So now the goal for Larry is he's got to get these rooks connected. So now that they would be defending each other, right? Connected rooks, very, very powerful. But you see, it's queen and rook against basically two rooks and a bishop. Wow, this is going to be a tough game. Tough game. And I actually like that, not wanting to trade the rooks yet, trying to keep his rook so that he could have some fighting chances. Queen a3, threatening the rook on e7. Very tough game here. And Larry at 2.5 minutes left. Oops, let me just respond. We may have another. Trying to troubleshoot here. Let me see. Ooh. Sherlin, 5.5 minutes left. Oh, it looks like something happened here. What happened? Oh, he hung a rook. Oh. Tough. Sherlin playing some really good chess lately. And even these last couple of days that we've had, we had a Zoom link at 9:45 prior to the tournament. Look something up here. She was working on puzzles. She was working on puzzles and getting her practice in. So she's working deliberately hard. Let me respond to another one. Here we go. All right, Sherlin, let's get the checkmate here. And just gotta be careful because Larry can make things complicated with pawn to e4. Pawn to e4, because now the bishop's protected with a pawn. I like pawn to e4 better. Larry can make this interesting if he can somehow start pushing up the pawns, but honestly, the easiest thing for Sherlin to do after their queen e3 check is to just play rook takes e2. Just take that pawn off. Bishop takes the rook, then queen takes bishop. And now you have a queen by itself. Now she takes the pawn. This will be tough. And yeah, I mean, a good move too. Sherlin can play king g3, attacking the bishop. And Larry, under a minute. And after this game is over, we will start round 3. And now if she can play queen f6 check, the bishop will have to go to g6, and then she could take the pawn on e2. Bishop g6, the only move here. Oh no, you can play king g7. 30 seconds left for Larry. Tough one for Larry because it looks like he missed some hanging pieces there. But Sherlin, a tough opponent, just getting better and better. There you go. And now Sherlin's got to get that rook into the game. Maybe, oh, there's mate on the board if she sees it. Checkmate in 1 if she sees it. And Larry walked right into it with king h5. Oh, she played rook e4. What she should have done was queen h3 would have been mate. Queen h3 would have been mate. So she took the bishop. So here we are. This is the live game right here. She's got to get that king up, or she could even try to promote that pawn, but she's got to be careful of stalemate. I've seen her draw games that should have been wins because of stalemate. So she can either push to a7 or even bring the king to g3. I would just push to a7. Or her queen takes h7 check. Queen takes h7 checks on the board. But she's thinking about something right now. And we may have a couple of more players joining the tournament. We were troubleshooting some login info. Hopefully they get it. What is Sherlin thinking about here? Okay. Checkmate was played. Did I miss that? Oh, there we go. Shoot, I had missed that. Yeah, she was doing it. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. So someone got the bye in the round. I think Isabella got the bye. So Isabella, you will play the 4th round. So stay on. Your tournament is not over. So Sherlin and Orlando playing. And Orlando going for the quick win here. He likes to go to bishop c4, try to get that scholars, and he's gonna do it. I predict Orlando to go queen h queen h5, and then queen f3. And come on, Sherlin, you're not gonna fall for this, right? Oh my God, she fell for it. Oh my God. Come on, Sherlin. You know Okay, everyone, when you see bishop c4 and then the queen f3 here on f3, they're coming for you on f7. So she's got to be kicking herself. You got to watch out for that. Bishop c. As soon as I saw this, I knew this was the target, bringing the queen out. And Orlando's famous for that. Like, he's looking to do this every time, right? Great defense, but then queen f3, you got to be conscious that you're still looking to come here. So everyone, I'm gonna have to hammer this in on the bus ride to the championships. You see bishop c4. The only reason to play bishop c4 is that you're looking here at f7. So tough one for Sherlyn, because she'll be the first one to say she knows she should have seen that one. So, but even here, like, you could have gone bishop f6. That would have done it. Even knight f6 would have done it. So a lot of ways to defend that, but yeah, you got to watch out. So tough one there. Jesus and Aaron, this will be a tough one. These are the top two players on the ladder, Jesus and Aaron. So the Hamilton ladder is sort of devised to encourage their training on Chess Kids. So the ladder is a point total combination of their fast rating, their puzzle rating, how many lessons they do, and how many workouts they do. So you don't even have to be the highest rated player to be on top of the ladder, because as long as you keep working on puzzles, do your lessons, do your workouts, you're going to move up that ladder. And yeah, wow, tough. That was a tough one there, Sherlyn. All right, let's take a look at Larry and Chris. And looks like Larry was going for doing the same thing. He plays Queen h5, looking to attack right here, except right now this knight is defending. So now what the players are missing is that after Chris plays Queen c7, you have this bishop right here targeting f7, and you got this queen targeting f7. The only thing stopping from taking that is this knight, right? And I think just noticed um, uh, he uh, he could have played pawn to f4, because when you're playing pawn to f4, oh no, you couldn't do that. Your queen's being threatened. So yeah, did the right thing. Not sure about that move because the knight takes. I like that Chris castled. And I like that move, bishop f4, because now it pins the knight, meaning the knight can't move or else you're going to lose the queen behind it. So, ooh, look at that move. That was a great move, Chris. So even though this knight was pinned, it moved where it delivers a check. But it's not just any check. It's a fork, because you're attacking now the king and the bishop. So nice move by Chris right there. And actually, depending on what Larry does, she can either take with the queen uh, or the knight. So nice move by Chris. Good job. Let's take a look at Sophia and Samantha. Ooh, Sophia up a bunch of material. What happened to make that happen? 6. Yeah, I think one of the things we need to work on is when we see these captures, is doing the double check, because I think Samantha is just moving to see. She notices that the knight can capture the pawn, but you have to be aware of things protecting, right? And one of the things for like new players is, the mind immediately sees that that knight can capture that pawn, but you're trying to instill that discipline that, okay, my mind sees that, but I have to stop and think whether everything is protected. Is it safe for me to do that, right? And that's tough for new players, because you see that you can capture, but it wasn't quite safe to do that. And same with this one right here. Is like when an opponent makes a move like this, you have to take that pause and ask yourself, what was the reason behind that move? Um, there's a great book by Lauren Goodkind, who's a chess coach and a big person in developing women and girls playing chess. The whole book basically is devoted to asking yourself, what is the reason behind that move? And clearly here with b5, the reason is that you're attacking the bishop, but she went and played this move and then ended up losing that piece. Yeah, so then even here, this move missed that queen's also hitting this square, right? So tough move, and I like that Sophia castled. So she's in control of that game. Let's go back to Larry and Chris. Chris was playing a really good game, but it looks like Larry figured something out, got himself out of a jam. Let's see what happened here. Fantastic move there. Oh my gosh! Took the queen. Oh, look at that! Look at these tactics right here. I didn't even see this. So knight to d3 check. Queen takes. So then bishop takes queen, then white takes the queen there. Oh, and look at that move. Rook e8, pinning the knight. So now the knight can't move. King here. Oh. I guess that... No, yeah. Oh my gosh. Bishop takes knight. Rook takes pawn. Yeah, Chris... Oh, that's what happened there. She should have played rook takes rook. Rook takes rook. Demanded to be played there. But she missed that. Took the rook. Oh, and she missed that. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at that fork. But Larry can easily save both rooks. Even though the rooks are forked, one move can save them both. So, and he did not play it. Hopefully, Chris takes that rook. Could have saved both rooks by playing here. That would have saved both. Right. Same thing as if you had played here. You would have protected both. But missed that. But Larry still in control here. Let's check out Jesus and Aaron. Oof. And, oh, he missed the mate. Aaron's got mate in one right here. Yep, there it is. Checkmate. I think Jesus missed that. The whole purpose of bishop b7 is that you got the bishop and the queen locked in, trying to come over here to g2. And boom. Nice job by Aaron. All right. Samantha and Sophia. Sophia still up here. Let's check back on Larry and Chris. The thing about this game is, and this is a great game by Chris, because Larry's certainly one of the stronger players, but Chris definitely made a fight of this game and had opportunities. And then this is the last game of the round, and then one more round after this. One more round after this. Let's see here. And then Orlando letting me know. But hey, you get the win, you get the win, right? It's hard to argue when you get the win. Oh, thanks, Orlando. The one thing I like to say that if you can beat someone with a scholar's mate, you can definitely beat them just playing regular chess. But you know, Oh, nice job by Larry there, forcing the trade of the rooks. Um, Overseas, yeah, or you're famous. You're famous for utilizing scholars mate to try to win. But when it works, like what can I say to you, right? When it works, it works. So Larry texting me right now, or I mean Orlando texting me. Nice, nice games here. H6 check, powerful move. Ooh. And one thing Larry's got to look out for is the stalemate. Best thing to do now is just move your king forward. Larry should be moving the king to E3, F4, G5, and then start pushing the pawns. And then remember, when there's few pieces on the board like this, you want to start using your king as a fighting piece. Or the other thing for him to do is to promote one of the pawns to a queen. H6 would be a really strong move here. There we go. And then he's got to be a little bit careful. Should go bishop b5 to try to get the bishop to deliver the check on c4. There you go. There you go. And then if king takes h6, g8 equals queen. And then just bring the king over to deliver the checkmate because the king will be locked in the corner. So Chris trying to figure out king g6 or king takes h6. Either way, g8 equals queen. And now the rest is history. You probably play bishop e6, and then that should be it because there we go. Nice win by Larry. Checkmate. Still one game going. So, Sophia and Samantha still going. And Sophia trying to figure out the checkmate, although it looks like it's... Oof. And there it is. Nice job, Sophia. Last round about to start. I think we're going to see Orlando and Larry. Probably. Let's see. No, Larry and Aaron. Orlando and Sophia. Jesus and Sherlyn. Samuel, you got in. Good. Isabella and Chris. Great. I'm excited. So let's go to top board. Larry and Aaron. Loves those fianchettos. Make sure you get that development going. Sherlyn and Jesus. Great matchup. Tough one for Sherlyn in the last round, losing to a Scholars. But hopefully, like I said earlier, the reason we have these practice tournaments is that you want to do these things and make these mistakes here and then learn from them because what if we didn't have a practice session and then you get scholar mated at the state championship, right? That's a tougher pill to swallow than playing a warm up because I mean the whole purpose of the warm ups is to get the rust out of any mistakes, right? I mean, of course we're doing it for fun, but you want to make the mistakes now. This is the place to make the mistakes, to learn from them, so that way you know you're playing in your prime when you're at the real tournament. So keep an eye on that game. Let's take Sophia and Orlando. Whoa, what happened? Yeah, nice queen. And this is a typical Sophia play, and she's coming after you. Now you gotta watch out. There's a discovered check. Oh, she missed that. Oh my gosh, Now let's see if Orlando can take advantage of this discovered attack, and he does not. He could have played knight g3 check, and then taken the rook after. Actually, he could play knight takes c3 check here, discovered check. Right? And these are tactics, people. I mean, we practice tactics in class. There's tactics on the on Chess Kid doing the puzzles. This is why we do the puzzles, because discovered attack. You see right here. See the queen on d7, the knight and the king all on the same file. Well, as soon as the knight moves, it takes the knight for free because now there's a check on the king. King d2, and then now black can proceed however they want. Knight e4, bring it back to d5, but got a free piece out of it. So Orlando in the driver's seat here. Samuel and Samantha. So Samuel is in the game. And Samuel on the attack right away. Not sure why King f1 was played, unless he was worried about the queen coming down, but the knight would be here to defend that checkmate. So I think a good move for black would be to play just f6, just start chasing that away. F6 and then d5. Plays d5 now, but that was a little too fast because white can just take that pawn. So we'll see how this one develops. Chris and Isabella. Isabella, castle, please. Please, castle. If you're listening to the stream, Isabella, castle. If you castle in the next 3 moves, I'm going to give you an extra cookie on Monday. I just want to see that you can do it. Actually, a good move. Oh, she did it. Queen takes rook, and then hopefully she sees bishop takes rook. Hopefully she sees bishop takes rook. Because that's actually a good deal. She captured 2 rooks for the queen. She actually got slightly better deal from that. But she did see it, so that's good. But in order for Isabella to really capitalize on that, she's got to get the rooks into the game. Well, this one's already into the game, so they can come down here and take. But I really wanted to start getting used to castling. Ooh, what was that? Oh yeah, bishop takes knight. Yeah, and now castling is even more important. Just to know that she can do it. Oh my God! Does Isabella see this? That was a blunder. That was a big mistake by Chris, and I wonder if Isabella will spot why. Does anyone in the chat know why? Oh, because of bishop. She missed bishop takes queen right there. Actually, now Chris has got a great move. If she sees it. That's it. She saw it. Queen takes h1 check. But still, the bishop can take the queen. She doesn't see that it's on this big diagonal. Oh, she didn't see it. Oh my gosh. This will be one that I want to show in class. I'll probably have to pull this game up. It's like you got to look at the whole chessboard, because look, everyone takes the rook, but yeah, the bishop is still on this diagonal. The bishop could have taken the queen, and then she missed that. But then now black missed that the queen could take the bishop on the other side. So lots of stuff going on in the chessboard here. All right, let's see who's game. Let's take a look at Sherlin and Jesus. Oh my gosh, Jesus has got a blistering attack going here. But this move, it's black's move. Like, why wouldn't you just take the rook on f1? Black's move. Knight takes f1, bishop takes f1. Sherlin would be down the exchange. And when we say down the exchange, meaning a queen for a minor piece. But she's got to see bishop takes knight. It has to be played here. She does not spot it. Although, wait a minute. Look at that. No, bishop f6. F6 cannot be played. So Sherlin is threatening the queen here, but she's also planning to maneuver the bishop to start creating checkmate opportunities. The natural move f6 can't be played because that pawn is pinned by the bishop here. So fantastic move by Sherlin. Actually, there may not be a defense to this other than the queen taking the bishop on g5. Or unless you're gonna gamble that Sherlin doesn't see the correct continuation after you save the queen. So, wow, what a move there. Bishop g5. All right, now it's moment of truth time here for Sherlin. She's got a winning move here, but it's not super easy for a new player to find. But basically forces checkmate. Does not see it. Does not see it. Does not see it. And what was played? Why she plays there? And it's almost like he still can't defend against it. The winning move here being bishop f6, because if the bishop gets to f6, there's absolutely no way to stop the checkmate at g7. But like, what can you do here? And she didn't spot it. And now he's sort of free. Jesus dodging a big bullet right here because Sherlin had him. She totally had him, and she could still do it. But if she didn't see it already, I don't think she recognized. If the bishop had gone right here, there was no way to stop Queen G7. So definitely go over this game. Let's look at some of the other games going. Samantha and Samuel still playing. This is a really good game. I would encourage Samantha. Oh, I think she went offline or bad internet connection or something. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. Isabella and Chris. Isabella, 2 queens. So wow, look at this open game. Who knows what's going to happen here? Isabella trying to figure a way to checkmate here. Got 2 queens. But it's Chris's move. Oh my gosh. She's got a great move here. White has a great tactical move here. Oh, but it's Black's move. Black's move. White has a great skewer if it's their move, but it's Black's move, and Chris is trying to figure out the best way to proceed here. Yeah, and positions like these that are so open are so hard. They're so hard to navigate. So Chris on move, trying to figure what to do. Let's go to Sherlin and Jesus. Now Jesus putting on a little bit of pressure here. Let's take a look at Larry and Aaron. Larry up a bunch of material here. And how did he do that? Let's see this here. Oh, something happened early. What the? Let's see. There. Oh, yep. Rook takes bishop. Missed that. Oh, that die. And this is the thing when Larry plays the fianchettoed bishop here. You play this because the bishops here on the edge, the fianchetto, they carry a long diagonal that cuts across the board for moments just like this. Boom, little sniper move. Yeah, and then we're here to this position. Oh, he just got. Oh. So in this position, what's more valuable, the rook or the bishop? Plays here, you're giving up the rook. You didn't want to give up the rook. If you're forked, you'd rather have played rook takes pawn, because rook takes pawn takes the bishop. It's easier to lose the bishop than the rook. So actually, it's almost like now and now Aaron got that king and queen fork. Oh, tough one for Larry. He was winning. He was winning this game. All tactics, forks. You know, forks are not just some fun thing. Like it's stuff that happens in every game. It's there, and with practice, you're able to spot them. So tough one there. Isabel and Chris, this is a crazy game. Chris is now up. Oh my gosh, how did this happen? Let's take a look. Oh, okay. Here, there. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh, in this position. Oh, she could have played queen takes pawn check, and it would have been mate on the next move. After queen takes pawn, king here, could have gone here, checkmate. Right? But she missed that. And hung. Oh yeah, missed that. Yeah, tough. All right. But look at this. So now the trick is, will Chris figure out how to checkmate with the king and the queen? We've practiced it in class, but and it's not just king and queen. Isabella still has a bishop and pawn. So what Isabella wants to do, she wants to get this pawn onto a white square and then the bishop protecting it. And if she does that, it's really going to depend on whether Chris knows that she's got to bring her king close to Isabella's king and then bring the queen to help make the checkmate. So, Isabella, if I were you, you just got to move. Just make sure you don't run out of time. Sherlyn and Jesus. So the thing for Sherlyn here is she still has the queen on the board, so she can still fight, although it looks like it's in a more defensive position. It's really hard to make a move here. Black can just probably push that pawn. Let's take a look at Larry and Aaron. Yeah, Aaron in control now. Tough one for Larry. He was totally winning this game. And I hope the players realize that I know I'm sure Sherilyn is gonna be a little bit bumming about the scholars mate. I'm sure Larry's gonna be a little bit bumming about this game because he was totally in control. Isabella missed a checkmate in 2. There's probably a lot of stuff that the players like, oh, I totally missed that, or missed this. But like I keep saying, that's why we have these types of tournaments. That's why we call it a warm up, because um, you're playing to practice so that you could try to give your best effort come tournament time. So I would say this is a success for them, that they made these errors and sort of have the opportunity to learn from them from tournaments just like these, because this is not to say that the kids won't make mistakes in their games on Sunday. I'm sure every game is going to have some kind of mistake, right? But the thing is that do you go there as prepared as you could be than if you didn't do the warm-ups? It's like, obviously that the fact that we have these warm-ups is really going to help them, I think, give their best effort come Sunday. So let's Chris and Isabella. Oh my gosh. Isabella was able to promote. Oh my goodness. So now she has a chance. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Holy cow. Queen G5. Queen G5 check. Oh my gosh. She just she just hung the bishop. Now this is gonna be crazy because each has a king and a queen. This should be a total draw, except if one of the players falls into a tactic like a skewer. Um, in positions like these, if you can make a check where um, you can skewer where you attack the king. Oh my gosh. And I'm sure for like new players, they got to be stressing out right now, worried what's going to happen. Okay, so now if queen takes queen, the game's a draw. Queen takes queen, the game's a draw. Hopefully Isabella sees that the queen is attacking that queen. She doesn't want to move the. Okay, great. We're gonna have a drawing game. Nice job. They got on the board. So the last game, Larry and Aaron. I think Aaron's going for the checkmate here. Rook f6. Oh, queen d4 check. Queen d4 check. See if he closes this out. You can do that. Queen d5 check. Queen d5 check. And Aaron's being deliberate and calculating this. And sort of for players where, you're down a whole ton of material, uh, when this happens, you want to give away your material now. So like Larry's strategy should be you want to give away that knight. You want to give away that pawn. Because if you've given all your material away, it just increases the chances of stalemate. Right? Because when you have other pieces you can move, there's not going to be a stalemate. And if you're getting completely crushed, it's easier just to give your pieces away. Check. Queen a6. Queen a6 is the move here. Knight a5. Queen takes a5. Fantastic. And that is a wrap. Aaron takes the virtual gold in this tournament. Orlando, the virtual silver. And then Jesus, the virtual bronze. 12 players in all. Great games to cover. And I hope that the kids will go back and watch this stream, because I think there were a lot of um, moves and I like to call them mistakes, because everything is learning. But there were a lot of opportunities to kind of see and learn from watching these games that could help them actually be better players, and help them in prep for this Sunday. Kids going to Santa Clara, California, at the Santa Clara Convention Center to play in the CalChess State Scholastic Championship in the K-8 section. And this was a great tournament. Actually, this was a great great event. A lot of learning to be had. So I'm going to encourage the players to go back and look at the stream. They can find it on the Twitch channel. Also uploaded to the YouTube channel, so you can watch it either way. But great tournament and great games, everyone. I know you're on spring break, so thanks for taking the time to play the tournament. And you guys are all ready for Sunday. 7 a.m. Sunday, we meet at Hamilton, and bring a water bottle and some snacks. We'll have lunch for you, and we'll go do our thing. You guys can't lose. You cannot lose on Sunday, meaning no matter what happens, you guys are all winners. But I think through the two tournaments that we had this week on Chess Kid, I think you're ready. You're going to be fresh. And like we always say, all we want is just your best effort. But I think you guys are ready to give that because you gave it in this tournament. So, all right, everyone. Thanks for watching the States warm up. And we will be back on, who knows? I'll bring the computer. Maybe we'll stream for 15 or 20 minutes on site from the States Championship and give an update on how everything's going. So until then, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. And good luck to Hamilton this Sunday. Go Hawks. See you soon.